Nikola Jokic is the best player in the world right now.
He's just a tough cover. We tried everything.
But he's just naturally amazing.
And when I first seen him, I'm like, bro, it don't even feel real.
I went Bones Highland on that. First time I saw Nikola Jokic, it didn't even look real to me either. You know, you got this guy that's slow. You got this guy that can't jump over a phone book. You got this guy that doesn't have a lot of hip flexibility. You got this guy that looks more like a trucker, you know, than a basketball player. But when you actually know the game, you actually see the game, you can see that he has elite intellectual basketball capital. What do I mean by that? He can see things before they happen. He can read the patterns of the game. He can pass guys open. And as I was studying him, I'm like, what kind of basketball player is this? What kind of athlete is this? Who does he remind me of? And growing up in Naptown, Indiana, I was very fortunate to see every single Sunday, from every fall and every winter, Mr. Peyton Manning, arguably the greatest quarterback in the history of the National Football League. This is a guy that isn't very fast. This is a guy that can't jump over a phone book. This is a guy with a massive head that's been the butt of so many jokes. But when you watch Peyton Manning play football, even if you don't know football, you can see that he has elite intellectual football capital. And there's a lot of correlations between Nikola Jokic being the dominant NBA player that he is and Peyton Manning being the dominant NFL quarterback that he was. Nikola Jokic really is a quarterback in the NBA. And I'm going to show y'all in this video how you slow down a quarterback.
My ducks, my swans, welcome to the pond.
My name is Dorian from Group82Basketball.com, and right here, we're watching Peyton Manning throw the ball into the dirt. Why are we watching Peyton Manning throw the football into the dirt? Because look at that pressure closing in on him. He's scared for his life. What's this guy doing to Nikola Jokic? Because when you put pressure on Nikola Jokic, he'll throw it into the dirt as well. Look at Andrew Wiggins guarding him on that right wing, being physical with him, trying to prevent him from getting to the pinch post very easily. He ends up getting to the elbow area. Klay Thompson comes over for help. Look at the rest of the Warriors. They have complete coverage for the rest of the Denver Nuggets receivers. As Jokic catches his ball, he gets pushed away, has to turn away, and usually in this instance, he throws a lob to Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon has Steph Curry sealed off for the hammer action, but he's looking for the lob and he lets Steph Curry go, and Steph Curry is able to get the interception. We see a similar situation with Jokic in the mid-post area. Kawhi and Terrence Mann put pressure on the pocket. Everybody is covered except for that back door with Christian Braun, and Nikola Jokic looks at him and that's an easy layup. They kill folks with this. It could be Christian Braun. It could be Aaron Gordon. In this situation right here is Michael Porter Jr. It doesn't matter who that guy is on that back door. If you do not put pressure on Nikola Jokic like JV didn't right here, they're going to score. Let's listen to the GOAT, Kevin Garnett, talk about how he would guard Joker.
If I'm having to guard Joker right now, bro, the first thing I'm finna do, I'm finna initiate the fight early. Soon as you take it out and you're trailing, man, I'm waiting on you. I'm at the free throw line at that end waiting on you. And guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bump you a little bit. We're gonna run up together. I'm gonna bump you a little bit. I'm gonna be able to smell your cologne, your hairspray. I'm gonna bump you a little bit. By the time we get to the three-point line, I'm gonna run back because I got some responsibilities.
When I was coaching at Montverde, I coached with Andrew DeClercq. He played in the NBA for 10 years when Shaq was absolutely dominating. And this is the exact same thing that he said he would do. Looks like Daniel Tice was paying attention as well. He's putting the physicality on Nikola Jokic. Look how high the ball is for Jokic. He's taking away that high passing lane, and Kawhi is calling out the matchup. Daniel Tice funnels Jokic into the help, where now Jokic has to pick up the ball, and every single one of his receivers is covered. What does he do in this situation? He turns the ball over, and the Clippers get 2 points on the other end. It was an honor and a privilege to coach with Coach DeClercq because his insight was unmatched. Knowing that you need to be physical with guys that are this big, you need to put pressure on them to get them uncomfortable, is something that I don't see a lot of people do in the NBA. But you can see right here, even when he's backing down, you can poke it away from him. You cannot let Nikola Jokic sit in that pocket like Peyton Manning used to, because he's going to eat you alive. But if you put that pressure on him, you definitely going to force some turnovers. You could ask anybody that grew up a Colts fan, whenever Peyton Manning got pressure put on him, that man was going to turn the ball over. Right here, he fumbles on a strip sack in the end zone, which results in 2 points for the other team. These strip sacks are something that Nikola Jokic gives up as well. Let's look at the tape. When I was studying film on Jokic, I thought this was just a one-off thing. I thought Josh Green just made an exceptional read here, and the Mavs were able to go on the other end and get 3 points, But as I kept watching, I kept seeing him do this over and over and over again. Because when Jokic has that ball in the center of the floor, he's looking to that opposite side. Look how far that his receivers are. They're not going to be able to alert him. Josh Green makes an exceptional read. And the great thing about strip sacks is that Jokic is a guy that has to stop the ball. He's not athletic. He's not fast. So the ball handler is able to get right around him, penetrate into the teeth of the defense, and get a wide open corner three. We see a similar situation from the same game, and this time Grant Williams has a chance for the strip sack, but what does he do? He just waits and chills. This puts Dwight Powell in a precarious situation where he has to come down and help, and he gives up a wide open three to Reggie Jackson. You know, you can't let Nikola Jokic get comfortable. Even in this situation right here, he's looking for the dribble handoff. Hardy is on the backside. He can come get a strip sack because Jokic ain't looking at Reggie Jackson at all, but he doesn't do that. Reggie Jackson comes in, takes a little inverted step like a wide receiver trying to get a DB to bite. He does get him to bite, which allows Jamal Murray to get a wide open three off that dribble handoff. The Nuggets don't have that many people that can create their own offense off the dribble. Just like wide receivers with the quarterback, they have to be fed by the quarterback if they want to score. The Nuggets are no different. This causes them to not have great spacing. This possession right here, the spacing is horrible. Michael Porter's too close to Jokic, which allows Najee Marshall to come right in and get that strip sack. Even old men can get on the fun of stripping Jokic down. I'm going to let that ride. You look at future Hall of Famer Derrick Rose doing the exact same thing. Jokic is looking for that screen that Aaron Gordon's about to set for Jamal Murray on that dribble handoff, similar to that possession with Grant Williams. Derrick Rose doesn't even give him a chance. He blows up the handoff and gets the ball in one swipe. This is something I noticed that you can attack him on rebounds as well. Nikola Jokic is an exceptional rebounder, so he's going to have the ball in his hands all the time. But because he's so tall, because he doesn't have the hip flexibility, he can't get low and protect himself when he's dribbling after an offensive rebound or a defensive rebound. This is very similar to how Jose Alvarado has essentially made his entire career in the NBA being Grand Theft Alvarado. You know, you can do this with Nikola Jokic, but you have to be smart, you have to be cunning, you have to be extremely fast, because if he sees you leaking over and your man is wide open, he's going to hit your man and you're going to give up some points.
You knew that Peyton knew what you would do. And so you did the opposite of what he had been studying.
One of the greatest plays I've ever seen in the NFL.
Peyton, that particular play, studying him that week, he pumps that way, he throws that way. So if you look at the play, you'll see Peyton actually pump that way first. And then he looked back, and when he look at me, and I look like I'm going middle. But I know when he pumps, he's going back. That's why it happened that way.
That's the greatest free safety ever talking, Ed Reed. Ed Reed was a dog in Miami. Ed Reed was a dog with the Ravens because he got quarterbacks to do what he wanted them to do, similar to what Kyrie Irving did when Nikola Jokic right here. Michael Porter takes a contested three. Look at Nikola Jokic. Eye on the ball. He has two guys blocking him out. He's an exceptionally smart player, so he knows if two guys are on him, that means someone open. He gets the ball with one hand rebound and gives a quick glance. They have an automatic trigger on offensive rebounds to cut. All young players, offensive rebounds, cut to the basket, get some layups. But Kyrie knows that too. Look at Kyrie glancing. And he's going to cut this off, get a tip, get a deflection, we go in the other direction. When your team defense is defending Nikola Jokic, you need to know he's always looking for cutters. He ain't got to have the ball in his hand long for them to convert 2 points. Look at this screen and roll right here. Short roll. He catches the ball in the teeth of defense. All 5 Thunder defenders are on him. This is something that anybody can score on that. I can get a reverse layup on that right now. You can't give that up to him. No matter what action the Denver Nuggets are running, you have to be aware of that baseline cut. Here we go with another screen and short roll. Dyson Daniels ready to take a charge. Christian Brown's cutting baseline. Kira Lewis is there to cut it off. Zion has those guys covered on the wing. Jokic glitch. Here we are with Jokic being outsmarted by Naptown legend and veteran NBA player Eric Gordon. You see Eric is talking to Nurkic, letting him know that KCP is in the corner. Jokic calls for a fake ball screen to get the entire defense's attention on him because he wants to hit KCP on the back door. EJ gives him just a little bit of a gap, and he comes in and gets a deflection. I want y'all to pay attention again. Look at EJ, Eric Gordon Jr. Watch what he does. Just give him a little bit of space, boom, deflect away. Most great quarterbacks want to throw the ball and not run. Why? Look at him. He look goofy. Peyton look like his back about to go out. This is not what they're accustomed to doing. They only do it when it's absolutely necessary. And Jokic is the same way. This is the weakest aspect of Jokic's game. If you want to beat the Nuggets, you got to make him put the ball on the floor. He ain't really comfortable with it. That's not what he wants to do. He wants to pick you apart. Watch what the Minnesota Timberwolves did in this possession. Karl-Anthony Towns gave him a little bit of a cushion when he gets across half court, but watch what he does. He shrinks that gap and he funnels him to the right side. When Jokic sees that, they have a screen, emergency screen set up with Jamal Murray. But look at the spacing. Michael Porter has Anthony Edwards there as well. So when the switch happens on the screen, Anthony Edwards is able to reach in. McDaniels is right in front of Jokic, calls him to pick the ball up. Rudy Gobert is protecting the rim. Michael Conley has the back end. This is a sloppy possession that leads to Minnesota getting the ball back. Jokic is one of those players who already know what he's going to do before the ball even gets to him. He's already set you up. He already know what shot he's going to take, and it doesn't take much for him to score. Look at this situation right here where he's going to get this post up on this right block on Grant Williams. He's in the middle of the paint. The ball's going to go out there to the right wing. He gets that back screen. Once he gets over there to that block, he already is pushing Grant Williams up. He's creating a great angle for Jamal Murray to throw it over the top. This is an immediate catch and shoot. His highest field goal percentage is on 0 dribble catch and shoots. We have a similar situation here on the baseline out of bounds, but this time Grant Williams makes him put it on the floor, which caused him to get out of rhythm. Nikola Jokic actually wanted to pass it to Jamal Murray, but Derrick Jones does a great job of taking away that passing lane. So now he has to go to plan B, and plan B leads to a brick. Why does plan B go to a brick? Because when Jokic has 2 dribbles or more, his percentages drop off drastically. 0 dribbles, he's shooting at 60%. 3 to 6 dribbles, he's shooting at 40. If you want to shut down Nikola Jokic, if you want to slow down Nikola Jokic, you have to make this man put the ball on the floor. He has to dribble. Everything goes down when he dribbles. Look at this situation right here. He has Kyrie Irving on him. Great size advantage, but everyone is covered. Watch what Kyrie Irving does. He closes that gap, closes that space, puts his hand on Jokic. Luka is right there in help position, so Jokic has to have a high pickup, which is not an optimal position if you want to shoot nor pass. So he throws a weak pass, gets deflected by Derrick Jones. They're going the other way, and they get 2 points. James Harden runs him off the three-point line. 1 dribble, can't pass it, brick. D'Angelo Russell guarding him. How many dribbles is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, brick. 40% shooting. We're going to see Austin Reeves, another person. 1, 2, 3. He can't get a great shot. This is what you got to do to stop him. I don't care what level of basketball that you play. You don't like pressure. You don't like physicality. You don't like people making you do things that you're not comfortable with. The NBA is no different. Nikola Jokic is no different. Every single clip that we have shown is him getting pressure put on him, which causes bad things to happen. If you sit back and wait, it's going to be no different than when Peyton Manning was in his prime, throwing 40-plus touchdowns a year, and the Colts was going to the playoffs every single year. Nikola Jokic is one of the best players in the NBA today, but if you want to slow him down, you got to put pressure on him. You got to make him put out on the floor. I'm out the pond. Y'all stay true.
Easter Sunday, got a call. My uncle's card and hit a wall. I didn't believe it. I still had sleep and crust on my eyes.